Thanks for tuning in to the Beyond Normal podcast, where we highlight minority business owners and founders, and we use this platform to shed light on their entrepreneur journey. Welcome everybody to the Beyond Normal podcast. This lighting is like messing with us. The storm is messing with our energy today, guys. Let me fix a couple things. We're making some adjustments last minute so we can get things going. Sorry, I am late, but we are here and we are excited to kick off season 3 of the Beyond Normal podcast. We are back again for another season. I got my partner in crime, Brooke Sinclair, here with us. I'm gonna tap her in shortly, but just wanted to give you guys a quick update around what we've been doing over the last 2 months. It's been 2 months. I can't believe it's been that long, but we have been working, grinding, really making sure that we are building bigger and better. And Brooke has been right there with me. So before I go any further, I want to make sure that I bring Brooke on the stage and let's get this thing going. How's it going, Brooke?
Hi.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. And I know the storm is your way as well. It is just getting here. And so the sky, there's like a doom and gloom in the sky right now, but we're going to keep things going. You got light positivity on your side. I got light and positivity on my side as well. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I cannot complain. Yeah? I really can't complain. I don't know if you can tell I'm wearing my black owned brands. I wish I could put my feet on the screen so I could show you my Afri socks from Ghana via the Now list. So we got to make sure we.
That's right, Khadijah.
Yeah, Khadijah. Again, for those who have been following us, the founders that we've been talking to, Brooks got the merch on. I've got a brand on called a Hustler's Vibe. It's a brand out of Connecticut. They got the track suits. They feel really good on your skin. I got the hat on. Again, I wish I could put my feet on the screen, but I think that'd be kind of inappropriate, Brooke. We may get flagged. We may get flagged for inappropriate like fetish stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying. But the reason why I bring that up is that the brands that we've talked to over the last year, they all have been doing some amazing things. But before we get into that, Brooke, let folks know what you have been up to.
Man, Valorit has been going well. Popular is just exploded. Actually, we've just been approved for a project with the USAID, or pre-approved, so to speak, as a credit card terms. Pre-approved for a project with the USAID to build to connect the digital supply chain from Latin America to North America, all the way down from the fields of the farms of Peru up to the United States. And so we'll begin a 5-year project. They're actually pitching in $1 million to the contribution to the project. And so for us, it's up to us to raise the other $1 million to match it. And then we'll be ready to start our $2 million 5-year project. And so I'm really excited.
You're throwing out big numbers there, Brooke. That's part of that world domination, right?
Yeah.
I love it. And so, there's been this idea, right, around the world is still shrinking, right? The idea of digital, everything's at our fingertips. In your industry, are you seeing things get even smaller, right? Going past just we thought, 5 years ago we had our phones, right, and that was it, right? But are things getting that much smaller for you, and you're able to really, navigate globally like you want to?
Honestly, they're not getting smaller, but just clearer to find or see. So technology, it's not that the technology is starting to get bigger or smaller. It's starting to widen out to a bunch of different areas and industries where it was not previously tech friendly or tech heavy. Now logistics is really taking advantage of that, the increase of technology and the availability of technology, especially post COVID. They're realizing how much they need to digitize their supply chains.
That sounds awesome. And that means that we're all getting products from around the world, better quality products.
That's right.
I got to keep pointing out my socks because these socks are the most comfortable socks I've ever worn. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, look at the bag. Like, I want to show folks the quality. Like, look at the bag they come in. This is the bag my socks come in.
Your
look
socks?
Yes, my socks came in this. Shout out to Afri Socks, the Nihilist, again doing amazing things. I can even go down the list. I'll go down the list of products that I've tried for the guests that we've had on.
Yeah.
Our friend Orion, right? The Black Travel Box. That's my go-to for my skin. I hope you guys think that my skin is glowing. It feels amazing.
It is looking really good. I didn't want to say anything.
Thank you so much.
I didn't want to be like, I look thirsty on camera and be like, hey.
Now we gotta have our melanated skin out here looking the right way. And the reason why I bring up Orion as well, she's actually doing some cool things now around funding. She's got 2 days left on a campaign she's running on I Fund Women. I think she's raised north of $30,000, but she's got a little bit more in there, right, for those folks who wanna tap into it. So search for the Black Travel Box online. I stand by the products for sure. So with that being said, Brooke, where do you want to take this? Where you want to take this conversation next? Because I can keep going. I got the energy. Just seeing you on the screen. You got the hoodie. You got the hoodie on. My energy is on 10. Yes. Where do you want to go?
You know what? Let's talk about the lineup. You have some incredible heavy hitting guests, some really movers and shakers of the new millennium, ones to watch, people who are out there doing their thing. They're making their hustle work for them, and they deserve some roses.
Gotcha. And we got probably the first 5 episodes of season 3 lined up. So I definitely want to share this with the audience. Just a couple of the folks that we're going to have on. One of the big ones I'm excited about is somebody by the name of C. Carter. He has a business called Ponder, PAWNDR. And the idea is that it's essentially like connecting dog lovers with people who have dogs that need to be transported, pets of all shapes and sizes. Think of pet Uber, guys. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, and it's a business. They're doing numbers. They're shipping pets. They're driving pets across country. Pet lovers. Again, there's this ecosystem of pet lovers. I think I've seen stats as much as saying like in America alone, we spend like hundreds of billions of dollars, right, on our pets. They're an extension of our family. But wanted to just show that's an example of taking a business like that. If you're a pet lover, if you're out there and you got some ideas, you're on the fence about starting a business. Yeah, pets may be where it's at, and I think C is gonna. I'm excited to have C on. C Carter. Again, the name of the business is Ponder, PAWNDR. It's a play on words. I love it, but that's an exciting one that I'm excited to bring to you guys. That's the first one that comes to mind. Again, we're going to have different folks throughout the season as well.
That's awesome.
Next up, who do we have? All right, we've got I just talked to her today. Her artist name is Aletta J, but people call her J. She's the co-founder of Coexist Gaming. It's a gaming kind of community center that they have up in New York, but it's really cool what they're doing. They're blending like all the arts. What's cool about it though, you think of right now, right? We're talking about there's a big push for extending that STEM, the STEM degrees, the STEM focuses into that STEAM where you place the arts in it the right way. And I think what's cool is that what they're doing with their platform, with their community that they're building, they're allowing the arts to really come come into that whole arena, and then it's enhancing when it comes to learning and the ways that people apply some of these things. You still got to have soft skills, people. Remember, at the end of the day, right? So that's that art piece, right? The creativity, the things like that, and they're doing a great job there. And Coexist Gaming is around playing video games. That's the core of their business. So that's right up my alley, Brooke.
That's awesome.
Yes, that one is like.
How do they make money off of us playing video games?
So I'm not the most technical person on this, but gaming is another one where take for example, right, your phone, guys, right? You take your phone, you have these apps, right? The apps try to get you to spend $5 in them. There's all kinds of transactions there, and then you think about it, right? It's becoming a business. They're doing esports, so. Esports is, I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think esports may be headed for the Olympics sooner rather than later, right? And so that's when you start to think about, like, there's money in everything right now.
Wow.
And the government's just printing money, guys. So why not take advantage and get some of that money by starting your own business? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. What else? Where else do I want to take it? Another exciting thing, and this is really due to the collaboration with myself and Brooke around the idea of, like, let's take it a step further, Brooke. And so Brooke actually came with the idea to make sure that we have some collaborative interviews, right? And so we've been doing the one-on-one interviews, but we're going to start doubling it up, right? And we're going to start having founders for you guys in tandem. Sometimes they'll be co-founders. Other times, they will be different founders who have their own entities, but there's so much commonality right now in a lot of spaces when people are building their businesses. The story is unique, so we own a platform that we paint people's stories in the right way, right? And so we're going to give them that platform. But when you're building out your business, it's probably a good idea to be around other people and share stories with other people who are building their business, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the thought process around that. Really excited for that. We actually had while I was away, guys, I was doing a little bit of work. We had a couple sessions on Clubhouse. I don't know who's on Clubhouse still, but I was actually able to host a couple sessions around parentpreneurs. We're gonna be chiming in with some parents. Let folks know that perspective as well. A lot of people are trying to juggle having that 9 to 5. You still got responsibilities. You got to pay your mortgage. You got kids. You got family members to take care of, right? These are the dynamics. These are realities. And so, again, who better to learn it from than people who are actually living that story day to day?
Doing the work.
Yes. So, Brooke, I want to shut up a little bit and you tell me where to go next, because I can just keep going now. You got me going. You got me going.
Should we tell them about the questions, the themed questions?
Perfect. See, folks, this is why I have Brooke on. Brooke is helping me remember all the notes that I already took down, but for some reason I'm not looking at the notes, maybe. I don't know. So the idea is we've been on this idea around world domination. That was our question for season 2. How do you want to dominate the world exactly, right? Right. Doing the little pinky. But we want to take it a step further. Brooke was actually the brainchild around that. That was her development, right? And I stole that idea. I'm not gonna lie. But we want to develop that a little bit further. So we're definitely gonna, as you guys have followed our journey, we've been asking a lot of the same questions, so we have some consistency. But we've gotten to the point now where we got a lot of data points, essentially. I'm a data guy. And so we've done that enough, right? Where we have a consistent theme around story and things like that we want to tell, we want to share. But we're going to be diving into some of these industries a little bit more. We're going to ask some specific questions. You guys let us know what you would like to hear. We are always, on the social media, looking for feedback from folks. So we definitely want to hear from you all in regards to that. But around the sponsor question, me and Brooke, we're going to partner. We're going to make sure that we have some questions that are world domination like, but they got that combined beyond normal valoric flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So really excited for that. Really, really excited. And still going to be open-ended questions, right? But still allowing people to dive into and really own their story more. We got to start making sure we keep doing this, right? Where we use our platform to just shed light on people's stories, their journeys, and what they want to accomplish, right? We're going to do more and more of that. Oh, we got some folks chiming in. Yeah, we got Derek chiming in here. Yeah, Derek, we have a co-host for this one episode, right? She's our sponsor, Derek. Derek is my good friend. We've been talking about business a lot, so appreciate Derek for chiming in. But yes, Derek, Brooke is the sponsor. I guess we could call Brooke a co-host. She's been on 3-4 times now, right, Brooke? How many times? It's the third, maybe fourth time. And this won't be Brooke's last time for sure, Derek. So you will definitely see more of Brooke. Derek, appreciate you for chiming in. Again, folks, if you want to learn more about Veloured and what Veloured has going on, the bottom of the screen right there, veloured.com, offering independently owned craft brands to wholesale buyers around the world.
Yeah.
And you can go back to Brooke's episode. We've had Brooke on highlighting her story and then just, being there really as an advocate for us the entire time. Brooke has been an amazing partner. Brooke has introduced me to so many incredible entrepreneurs, founders, VC. I didn't even know what VC was before I met Brooke.
Really?
No, I knew I heard of the term, but I was like, hey, these are just guys in suits. They're making a lot of money. They're signing big checks.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so Brooke has been just teaching me so much. I thought you knew that, Brooke. Like, I didn't know.
I mean, it makes sense because I don't know why I don't know. I do remember you asking but what do these guys do? And I was like, well, they do this and that and that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yes. I gotta ask a stupid question.
No, right? It wasn't stupid.
But I think maybe I framed it the wrong way. I think there is a in that VC space, right? As you're aware of, I'm on Twitter now. I'm in VC Twitter. I didn't even know that was a thing until I met Brooke either, right? But I think there's this thing where you just don't know what you don't know, and those are the people that are signing huge checks, right? And so if you don't know there's these outlets out here. There's these people you can collaborate with and get big checks from. It's one of those things where it's out of sight, out of mind. But having the VCs on our platform, last season we had Mac. Mac's doing amazing things. I think I just saw something where Mac got even more money, Brooke. I'm not sure.
Yes, I think he did.
It was like $10 million more from another fund that he'll be able to invest in minority-owned businesses. So again, the people we're having on our platform, I'm really excited because they're out here really changing the game. It's so easy, right? Once you have a conversation with somebody like a Mac or a Giselle, who we had on last season, Brooke, it just opens so many doors. My eyes are permanently open now, right? And so I can't close my eyes anymore, right? Yeah. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at.
You took the red pill.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the brands. I'm like, hey, is this black owned? This restaurant right here, is it Latin? Is it black owned? Who owns it? I'm still gonna shop at some big brands every now and again, guys. But for every Louis Vuitton shirt, I gotta say this, people. For every Louis Vuitton shirt that you own, maybe you should own a pair of Monyatis. For those of the folks that are on the Master P angle, maybe you should own some, a Hustler's Vibe, some Beyond Normal hoodie. For every one of those other items, I do expect to see folks owning something that's in their community, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things moving forward. I'm probably obnoxious right now with the people around me, Brooke. So they are kind of tired of it, but I think my heart is in the right place,
It is. It definitely is. I think that's hilarious. They're just tired of it.
Yes. What else can we share with folks? Do you want to share some? I think we can go down the list of some of the founders that we've had on and just kind of highlight some of their stories. Khadijah, So I mentioned the now list, my socks that I got. I feel like I keep coming back to putting my feet on the screen. I don't know why, but Khadijah, her company, the Nihilist, actually got purchased by Shop Circulate, which is a company in some form or fashion that is connected to. I think he's going by Love now.
Okay.
But we all probably know him as Diddy.
Right.
So that's an amazing thing where she's actually on the executive team over there, really still able to build out the knowledge, but building it kind of that entrepreneur framework that we hear about sometimes, right? Where it's actually possible to build a business from within a bigger entity and use their resources.
Yep.
So her company got acquired. We mentioned earlier, Orion's doing funding.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. It's she's trying to raise around 50,000. She's right around a little over 30,000+, but still time for folks to get in. Again, search for Black Travel Box, but all the products for melanated skin and hair. I would show my hair right now, guys, but it looks kind of crazy, so I'm not going to take the hat off. But yeah, she's making some amazing products. I've used them myself, and so I definitely stand by those as well.
And they're great for traveling. That, let me just say, like, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like us as Black people, if you're planning on going somewhere in the next few months, you're going on vacation, cruise, whatever it is, you need special soaps. You know, we just can't use just everything or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Orion soaps are waterless. They, like, I don't know, scientifically, they take the water out of the packaging. So these products are creamy, hydrated products once you add the water back in, once you get to your destination. So these are TSA friendly little miniature bars of soaps and conditioners, face wash. It's all like TSA friendly. Okay. So if you're anything like me, I'm a natural person, natural girl. I have to check in my big Blue Magic grease. I can't take that. So if there was a smaller Blue Magic, that would be cool, but they don't make one. So this is that, but for your hair and face and stuff.
I'm just going to add this to the screen real fast. Derek chimed in again. Should definitely keep her as a regular. Yes, Derek, because she knows the details. I'm kind of a high level kind of guy, and Brooke keeps me balanced with like knowing details about stuff. So yes, Derek, she will always be around, even when she's not on the screen. She's there. I'm telling you, I promise. I'm checking in with Brooke at all times. But that's a great point. What Brooke just mentioned around the products is just that FUBU model. We got to be about it. There's no reason not to. There's products, even with the knowledge. I've been searching the knowledge for a lot of stuff. Batteries, again, socks. I'm on the socks. Anybody wants to give me a gift, socks is the way to go.
Okay.
Out there. But yes, like there's just so many avenues to get Black-owned products right now. Latin-owned products as well. Shop Latinx, we had them on as well. They're doing similar things, right? And so, yeah. So there's no more excuses, bro.
I know.
There's no more excuses, and it feels good to say that after a year that we had with this everything going on. It's still going to be a little noisy, right? There's still going to be some moments where we pop open the news and we see topics that kind of trigger us a little bit, but at the same time we can make sure that we keep the ball moving in the right direction. I would say I feel good about that right now.
Amen.
So, what else should we discuss, bro? What about Bias Rehab?
Bias Rehab is doing very well also. Bias Rehab, we are shooting the last bit of season 1, coming out soon. And honestly, I haven't been as focused on Bias Rehab because so much has been happening with Valorant and the grants from the USAID. And Just like personal note to those out there in YouTube land. If you're so this is about founders building capital, raising capital. So I built the bias rehab because I was having trouble raising capital for Valore. However, once you start a second business to make money to fund the first business, then you find yourself working two businesses and you get tired.
Mm-hmm. So what's the how do you dig in a little bit deeper, right? Like, all right, you got two businesses, you got two babies now. One baby in one hand, the other baby in the other hand. How do you keep from going crazy?
I don't know. I don't.
No, but how do you personally do it?
Walks.
Okay.
Veg out. Like on the Saturdays, I don't do anything. I try not to work at all. I just turn the lights off and watch movies and just fudge.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm not mad. Yeah, and the reason why I asked that is because I think for a lot of the business owners that we've had on, and even some of the folks I'm having conversations with, you know, on all the various platforms, Clubhouse, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, they are juggling, right? You're juggling. There's always going to be that baby in one hand. Maybe it may actually be a real baby. And then
right.
the other hand, you're building your business, your career, you're building something else, right? And so there's always going to be that balance. And the idea of like that work-life balance where there's this perfect equilibrium, there's debates on that, right? Whether or not it truly exists, right? And the answer is you just make it your own, right? Like you said, your walks. Some people say I got to get 8 hours of sleep. I've never gotten 8 hours of sleep for a week in my life, right? And so I'm not going to be the one tomorrow to be like, hey, I'm going to start sleeping 8 hours a day.
So, yeah.
You know, so I'm all with you on the sitting on the couch and finding a show on one of the various platforms. I got to see what platforms in our community I can have on as guests. I'm thinking mentally through that. But you find something on Hulu, Netflix, ESPN, right? And you just kind of shut it down, right? Just watch it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think people got to definitely hear that it's definitely okay to have those moments.
Have you tried that All Black channel, the streaming service?
Does it begin with a K?
No. It's literally. It used to be called something different, but now it's just called. It's ALL space BLCK.
I'm gonna look it up now. You just plugged them. Yeah, you just plugged them, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. All BLCK.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a streaming service with predominantly Black movies.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Most of the things are really, really good. They may not be, box office breaker. They might be independent movies, but they're really good. And then you got some cheesy stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have some cheesy movies,
right?
That's okay. Sometimes we want that, you know.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, sometimes you want that. Okay. Where else can we take this, Brooke? I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, we've talked about the guests. We've talked about the special questionings. You talked about double stacking the guests. I think that might be it. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Kim.
I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Brooke is keeping me honest, everybody. So, we just wanted to have this as a season 3 touch base, update folks on what's been going on. Starting next week, we're gonna have a regular routine.
Come back.
Yes, come back every Friday. We'll be streaming live with a different entrepreneur. Again, in the meantime, Brooke, you guys have seen her face a couple times. You're not going to stop seeing Brooke. Brooke is going to be Even when she's not on the screen, Brooke is here supporting and being a true partner, helping with content, different things like that, helping me make sure that I'm building out the platform in the best way possible. But again, in the meantime, if you want to check out what Velourit's got going on, velourit.com. Again, offering independently owned craft brands to wholesale buyers around the world.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's dope. Appreciate Brooke for hopping on an episode to kick off season 3. We're excited to bring these guests to you. We touched base on a few of them. I'll repeat that for some of the folks who are just now joining. Just some of the highlights. We got C. Carter. He'll be coming on within the next couple weeks with a company called Ponder, PAWNDR. And they are focused on, I don't want to even call it pet delivery. It's like getting your pet to the right place, and you want
pet ride share.
Yeah, but you want your pet to kind of have like special, like this is kind of like you want them to have special treatment, like be taken care of. This isn't like you go through the airport and you see the little dog in the container, and you're like, oh,
right.
This dog may have a terrible experience. This is not that. They can get out. There's breaks along the way. Like it truly is an experience. Like once you have C on, like I think it's gonna blow some people's minds with the business that he's truly built out. Like you said, it's pet rideshare, but it's kind of pet rideshare, I would say, on steroids.
Okay, that's awesome.
To me, it is.
Okay.
In addition to that, we got Jay. She goes by Letter J, her artist name. She has an experience in the entertainment music industry,
right.
But she's taken some of that experience and she's actually built out Coexist Gaming, which is a gaming community gaming location. But they built some cool things around programming. They got esports. They got all these different things that they built into their business to really make it like a destination, a safe place for people to go and play games, connect, build community. But again, video game community, I'm going to say this is probably a lot on steroids, I guess. I don't know why I'm on the steroids tip, but just thinking along those lines, like people are really figuring out these niches and then how to like beef it up. Right. And so I think that's really cool to see people. It doesn't have to be rocket science.
Nope.
Right. It creating a business does not have to be rocket science. I don't think it has to be.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but it's surprising how much people make it rocket science sometimes.
I know.
But you were thinking, bro. I know you were thinking. You're like, that's so true. But again, we're gonna have some fantastic founders. Right now, we got around 10. We may expand that list even more. We spent some time over the last 3 months, probably talking to probably 40, 50 plus entrepreneurs. But we wanted to make sure that they fit within our platform. And for our audience here, again, we know we got people that chime into our podcast who are business owners, and they just want that, they want to hear similar stories. They want to hear stories that allow them to reflect. And then we also got some people who are on the fence and thinking about starting their own business as well. So we're trying to balance that dynamic with our audience. But we're ready. That's all I'm gonna leave it on. Streaming numbers are going amazing. So check us out on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitch. We're on all the big ones, YouTube. Check us out. Streaming numbers have consistently gone up. I think we're right around 2,000 streams now, maybe, which is good. The growth is there. That's nothing to sneeze at. The YouTube space. Last time I checked, we were probably around 80 to 100 hours of watch time. So that's incredible. People chiming in with the platform there. So we are steadily building. A win is a win, people. So every win, every stream matters to me. Every person who spends their time. Appreciate Derek and Kim as well for tapping in with us via the chat. And looking forward to this upcoming season. Brooke, is there anything you want to close us out with? Otherwise, I'm gonna hit it with an outro.
Everybody stay black.
All right, now everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Beyond Normal podcast. We can be streamed across all major streaming platforms in addition to YouTube. Come back again.